Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. It is time for Mask the Next Generation, which Ro is running. Let's first start off with how everyone's week has been doing. We'll start off with Zavi.
Oh, sure, because that was the last one to check in. And mostly I've been running on less than 4 hours of sleep every night, which is why I was a tiny bit later today here. Just actually woke up.
I know how you feel. I've been running a little bit low on sleep myself too, and taking naps in the middle of the day. Okay. Next, what about you, Mega? How's your week been?
It's been all right. Work is fine. I bottled up another hot sauce last weekend, and then this weekend I'm bottling up my fourth and final one for the year.
Cool.
So, glad to be done with that.
Cool. Excellent. Hopefully you have another project after that. And what about you, Ro? How was your week?
Well, I posted up a couple pictures of taking my daughter to see the tribute band Destroyer last weekend on Saturday. And then in Canada here, we have our Thanksgiving weekend. I guess it's Columbus weekend for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that I have to cook a roasted duck for my mother-in-law. So that's keeping me busy.
That's good. And last and least, Draco.
Last and least, wow.
Yep.
Love you too, Chaos. My week has gone pretty good. My YouTube has hit 200 subs the other day, so that's cool. For me. And I'm looking forward to Monday because it will be the wife and mine's 19th wedding anniversary.
So for you to celebrate job. And her to dread, I mean...
Wow. If anything, it's for her to celebrate because she has a day off where it's, a holiday, and I cook. So it's for me to dread because I got to cook.
Well, yeah, I could continue going on with this. I got more jokes, but I'm going to let Ro take it over from here so we can actually get into some gameplay.
All right. So last game, we had our heroes finish their fight with the Mechazor, and then they proceeded to go after the true criminals, which had broken into a data center. And they were then trying to find out and try to stop the robbery. They did manage, thanks to the Deho song, who managed to find a case that was being hauled away by the criminals. And he got the case, opened it up, and found that there had been a drive that was inside the case. No idea what's on the drive, but he managed to get that away. And that became the goal for the team to get that case to safety and then hopefully find out more about what was on it and what was going on. And that pretty much is the summary. Anyone else want to add any high points to that?
It's less of a high point, more of a low point of everyone except Rigger got just completely ripped into in the after action debriefing. I mean, justifiably so.
Well, Dynaman was not sparing the torpedoes.
Yeah, and Deho would definitely think that some of that wasn't quite so deserved. Yeah. He's still pretty pissed off at Dynaman.
That's fine. All right, so time moves on in the world. We're moving from September into October. School, of course, keeps going along. Afterwards, there is some social media trending, talking of Rigger and Starborn and how they helped in the fight against the Tyrannosaur. There is some questions about Starborn and whether he's, a new danger to the city. Dynamix gets mentioned in the media posts basically as what happened to Dynamix? I mean, people had pictures of him, sitting at a table with everybody else, and he just sort of like disappeared. So people are wondering about what happened to Dynamix. And David Ho, didn't get mentioned at all. He's just like left out. Also, trending is another new hero called the Crow. All right, so let's move over to Eli. Now that what are you planning to spend some time doing in the post world of the after this? Holly's in hospital in the trauma center. Are you going to visit her, or what are you doing?
Yeah, he has taken some time to visit her, to help ensure that she gets all the help she needs, getting a new leg if needed, or an eye, or whatever's needed. But he's also kind of tried to be more of a team oriented player rather than worrying about the others too much, especially his best friend. He kind of took everything that was said to heart, and he's just been kind of trudging along day by day. Nothing special.
Okay, so at the hospital, Holly definitely is still in a touch and go situation, especially her left eye and that left leg. They're still trying to debate whether they're going to be able to save the leg or not.
Okay.
But the eye does not look like it. And when you're leaving from Holly's room one day, you see Michael Thompson's mother is at the hospital.
Oh,
Michael Thompson, that's the boy that
yeah,
you put into a coma.
yeah. Is she coming towards me, or I just see her walking?
Yeah, you see her walking in the hall. She's seems to know where she's going. Are you gonna interact with her, or are you gonna just leave her, or
I think I'm gonna try to interact with her and just be like, hey, Mrs. What did I say his name?
Thompson's the last name.
Thompson. Yeah. Hi, Miss Thompson.
Oh,
Here,
Eli.
here to see Michael?
Yeah, I'm just visiting Michael, just hoping that one day he'll wake up.
Yeah, I definitely hope that too. I hope that you really understand it was just kind of an accident. And I don't know if you know, Holly's here now too from that homecoming incident.
Oh, that's terrible. We'll just I'll try and see if I can talk to Holly's parents after this. But
Yeah.
yeah, it just is.
So
I'm sure
there's
the doctors don't
so there's sorry.
really
Go
know
ahead.
how long, but I keep praying. I keep praying one day,
Yeah. I was hoping maybe there was good news. I haven't checked in on him in a while either. But I hope things get better soon. And again, if there's anything I can do to help you or him, please just let me know.
I'll keep you in mind, Eli.
Oh, okay. I'll let you go. I don't want to keep you too long.
All right. So let's move on. And David, what are you doing in the meantime as things go on? You've had it out with Dynam
Yeah, so I wanted to ask
right now happy.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask about that because if you recall, I had removed the drive from the case and stashed it on my person.
Yep.
And we never really resolved that. So
Yeah.
I think I probably would have been pissed off enough to just not mention that, and we never like really went through it. But if it doesn't make sense, that I would have hung on to it because I would assume that Dynaman would have like opened up the case and been like, "Oh, there's nothing in here" or whatever.
No.
At which point I probably would have handed it over. But anyway, what's that?
I'll leave this in you. You can reveal it to the team or not to the team, or however you want to deal with that drive. It's right now in your possession.
Okay.
You can decide how you want to go forward.
Yeah, I probably in the meantime would have been essentially seeing if I can access the data on it. I'd probably do it from a library or something rather than doing it on my personal machine. But probably trying to see what I can find that's that's just on the drive, just and keep that to myself for the time being.
All right. You try and access the drive, and you're getting just general errors. Wondering like no program to compatible.
Okay. And is there any way I can do like research to determine like what kind of like file extension it is, and if I can determine what kind of program I need in order to access it?
Okay. Your research gets you thinking that you probably it's encrypted. You're going to need some sort of encryption key or some sort of program that can break through whatever encryption's on this drive.
Okay. In that case, I would probably, in confidence, bring it to Rigger, since Rigger actually has a lot more tech knowledge than I do, to see if he's able to help out with it, and ask him to keep it to himself.
Okay.
And not tell the others.
Sure. All right, Rigger. You've had some downtime.
Mhm.
We'll say that you went through some of the your scout drones video of the whole events.
Mhm.
A lot of the things that you noticed, and from the Mechazor and so forth, a lot of it was, while it had the outer appearance of being more sophisticated, inside the metalwork inside of it looked very much primitive. Looked more like wind up spring materials. It reminded you of a popular toy called Meccano from a long time ago.
Okay. So I want to set a computer to do research and data gathering on Meccano, like who ran the company, what happened to the company, things like that, so I can do some investigating on that. And then while that's running, I want to work on fixing my bots back up and upgrading the melee bot so that it has like grapple rope to sort of catch itself and claws to sort of hold itself to the ground better.
Okay. So you're working on that. Dynamics.
Hmm?
Right now, you and Rigger have to still work out who's leader of this team, and you have to try and figure out how to get people on board to being with your team, because you seem to be not so much together at the moment. Are you taking steps to do that, or are you going to work on something else? how are you spending your time?
Honestly, I think after basically everything that happened on there, she's kind of been in a bit of a funk. So she's been like, okay, like repair her gear, like fix the damage to her. Like I have to rebuild her stun gun, then like fix damage to her costume, all that kind of stuff. That's over on the superhero side. Over on the civilian side, she's just kind of going through the motions on things. She's not really doing a huge push on things right now because it's basically kind of most of the time she's actually just kind of spending it stuck in her own head.
Okay. So she's just spinning wheels, kind of chewing on her last outing with Dyna and what Dynaman had to say about their performance. Okay.
Mhm.
That's fine. All right. And so David, do you know does David know Rigger's out of hero identity or not?
I think so. I think we determined that was the case, like that we knew each other from school, but I'm not 100% on that. If you want to comment on that, CC.
Well, our characters are close best friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, and so I think my character would sort of reveal that to him, after a while, since it has been years since he's been sort of fooling around with this. And, he'd want to at least show someone that he trusted what he's been working.
Okay. So, with that, David, you are good to go and see Rigger at his place of work, or his home, actually. It's kind of both the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I basically show up and say, hey, check it out. I've got, I swiped the drive from the case, before we got to what's the headquarters called again? The tower?
Just give me a moment here, and it's here. It was the Ares Rolling Connecticut Technology.
Okay.
So, ARC Tech.
Okay. No, and then that's our headquarters where like Dynaman.
Nope, that's where that was the name of the server center.
Okay.
That you swipe.
Yeah, so basically in between the server center and headquarters, I ducked into an alley like after you guys, essentially distracted the battle bots and moved the drive, slipped it into my clothes. And then when we got back, Dynaman just pissed me off so hard I had no desire to turn it over to him. So I took it home. I went to the library. I tried to plug it in to a computer, checked out a computer there, try to plug it in. There's some kind of encryption on here that I'm unable to figure out. And I figure you're way more into computers and tech than I am. And I was wondering if you might want to take a crack at it. But also, really appreciate if you would just keep it between us. Definitely don't need the rest of the team knowing about this for the time being. I'm sure Dynaman's going to figure out that, something's missing from the case, before too long.
Come on, I can't go to the top of the tower and say, look at what I found! But in all seriousness, yeah, I can go ahead and crack into it. My computer's a bit busy right now because I have it doing a data search on the information I found out about the dinosaur and the fact that its components are components from a toy company. And so I'm checking out sort of the connections possible with that and things like that. And then, well, once that's done, I can go ahead and have the computer work on decrypting what's on this drive, and we can see what's on the drive that was so valuable that they'd want to take it, and maybe it could lead us to other leads of who the people are behind this and give us more opportunities.
No, I appreciate it. I just don't want to loop Dynaman or Dynamix into it at this point because, frankly, I don't particularly trust either of them at the moment. Especially with Dynaman's little kind of puppeteering, I just, yeah, I don't trust him. So I just
all of a sudden, the house the apartment fills with Metallica's Master of Puppets, and Rigger goes over and turns it off and goes, "Sorry, voice activation was on it. Her puppeteering thought Master of Puppets," and it started playing that.
Yeah, it's all good. It's a good jam.
Yep.
All right. Rigger,
Yes.
you have your secret identity. How are you managing on your secret identity? Take a roll on your secret identity.
And there's the secret identity.
Yep.
A full hit of 13.
All right. So you have no problems in managing your time, your schoolwork, making sure that you're getting paid. That's good stuff.
Yep.
And you are managing to rebuild and upgrade your melee drone thanks to the aid of 3D printing. You are crushing it.
Yeah, excellent. So at that point, once the melee drone is fully back up and running, I want to fix the other two with any damage that they've taken.
Okay, so that's going on. Let's see. David, while you were at high school, you overhear a conversation of some seniors, and appear to be trying to impress some other girls by showing that they have some, kind of beast or werewolf masks, and it appears that they're planning to punk or in some way or uh, prank some juniors.
Okay, am I able to gather like when and where that this is supposed to happen? And does it seem malicious or just, yeah, I mean, does it seem like they're just like they're doing it for laughs, or are they being like legitimate bully assholes, or?
Yeah, they seem to be more in the bully asshole kind of thing. They're planning to, spread rumors about the and frighten the first years about the stairway that goes to nowhere. It's a common thing that most people at the school know about. That your school has 3 floors, but there's a stairway. One stairway goes in the school goes all the way up to the roof, but you also have a stairway that goes up and looks like it was meant to go to like a 4th floor, but for some reason it was never completed. There's a lot of rumors and questions about this. Like there originally was a plan to make the school 4 floors, and then cutbacks occurred, so they only told the architect at the last minute to make it 3 floors. And in redoing the drawings, somebody forgot to cut one of the stairway down. So when it was built with the extra 4th floor going nowhere. Some people say it was meant to be so that if they did build a 4th floor later on, there would be future expansion opportunities. There's a lot of possibilities, but it's also a place that's common for first years to hang out. Because while there's technically a chain that says off limits, The teachers in the school have a couple of safe zones for the first years. They have like the library. They have the stairway that that they will, if they see any of the other students there, they'll kick them out and move them along. But the first years who are trying to hide at the library or the music room or the stairway, they kind of the teachers give a pass and just kind of let them be, so they at least have some place that's safe in the school.
Okay, and then so describe the end of the stairway. Is it just walled off? Does it just go up into the ceiling, like an end at like a ceiling, or like what is? If you're in the stairwell looking up toward the top of it, like what do you see at the end?
A blank wall. It kind of
Okay.
It's got a flight of steps going all the way up as if it was going to go to somewhere, and then they just and it's a blank wall. Like there should have been a door there, but it was never put in.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. So, and we are first years as well.
No, like I know Rigger, for instance, has said that he's in his final year. I think
Oh, okay.
Dynamix is in his final year as well. So you're our seniors.
Okay.
I don't know about Eli or you.
Yeah, if I've been friends with Rigger for this long, I assume I would be seniors as well. I just wasn't sure if we had established that, so that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a second year, so I'm sophomore.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. So they're planning on using like werewolf masks to freak out the first years in the stairwell to nowhere.
Yeah.
In the stairwell to nowhere. Okay.
Yeah. Kind of a Halloween prank or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. All right. What do I hear about their? Do I know where they have their werewolf stuff kept? Do I know like when they're planning on doing this? I'm just wondering how I can disrupt it.
They didn't give you a lot of details. I mean, you just heard them, kind of talking up and chatting up some girls, showing off, their masks and, talking. These are football types. So they're big, they're jockey. You don't know for sure which part of the team that they're from, but you think they could be either the defense or the offense. They're frontline kind of people, but they're definitely seniors. You can tell
Okay.
by they've got their leather jackets.
Okay. Let's see. So I don't know. I might be interested in like tracking down like known first years that hang out there and kind of giving them the heads up, and then kind of helping them to plan a counter prank. Just at least A, so that they don't get freaked out when the prank goes down, and B, can embarrass the seniors.
Okay.
In some way.
All right. So that looks like you're trying to gather some information. So give me a roll on that. Let's see.
Was that assess the situation or?
Yeah, assess the situation. I think it's right.
Okay. Ooh. Nope. It's a miss.
All right. So happens on a miss.
That's the situation. It doesn't really list a penalty for failure. It's just that I don't get any additional info.
Yes. Yeah. So, nope. You haven't managed to get anything out of this.
Okay.
So, you don't know which people are going to be pranked or how they're communicating or what's up. You're kind of in the dark on the finding somebody to be the victim or more information about what the plan is and the date and time. So you kind of have an idea it's Halloween. You just don't know when on Halloween.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do about it for now. In that case, how far out is Halloween?
How far is Halloween?
Yeah, how far out?
We'll say it's about a week to go.
Okay. Yeah, I will. I'll let the rest of the team know about just the vague details that I heard, but then just like I couldn't get more info. I don't know if this is anything we want to worry about um or what, but yeah, just I'm vaguely aware of this and just kind of fill in the detail or fill them in on the details that that I've heard.
All right. You do have a communicator thanks to Dynamics, so you can get a hold of the team and, alert them. So, how are you guys reacting to, or Dynamics? How are you reacting?
I mean, since her civilian identity isn't out to the team,
Mhm.
like kind of officially speaking on there, it's kind of along the lines of, why are you expecting a hero group to deal with a high school prank? This kind of disbelief on it there. And are they actually going to be doing a crime? Are they saying that they're going to beat someone? Or
No, it just sounds like they're going to be assholes. If you don't want to have anything to do with it, that's fine with me. Like I was just wondering if we want to kind of outprank them, but mostly yeah, I guess so I don't even realize that the other people are also students at the school, or I don't know to what degree, like what information I can glean if I don't know their secret identities. Like,
Well, Eli doesn't really wear a mask, so you would know his
and I know,
identity, and you know Rigor.
yeah, okay, um, yeah, okay, cool. Just letting fellow students know, just in case they. I know that Eli has issues with these jock assholes, and I know that Rigger's not fond of them either. So
Yeah, I think Eli would respond with a once Dynamix was done, be like, well, I mean, I'm part of the high school, so you'd be helping me out because these guys did the same thing. When last year, I mean, it's kind of an ongoing thing. Well, it wasn't the same thing, but yeah, they always try to harass the first year. So I kind of think it'd be something maybe to go check it out at least.
it's kind of silence on the communicator for a bit on there, and then a very official sounding tone. It sounds like something you'd expect off of like a PR sheet, basically, where it's as a formal member of the superhero group, unless a crime's being committed, I cannot intervene in something that is between high school children. And then basically kind of Dynamix's communicator clicks off. Unofficially, however, her civilian identity is going to be poking around into it and she did get that push of, okay, get involved, make sure to actually take care of people. So she does want to do that, but she can't do that as Dynamix. And the rest, and she's also not willing yet to reveal her identity to the team. So officially, she's got nothing to do with it.
All right. And Rigor, how about you?
My response is, I know someone who goes to that school. I will let them know and have them look into it. And it's basically sort of the same thing as Dynamax, not wanting everyone to know his identity, keeping it sort of close to the chest type thing. but going to actually talk to David and say, hey, I'll help you look into this. Just don't want everyone knowing my identity, which is why I said I would have someone else look into it.
Yeah, understood.
All right. So, Dynamix, how are you going to try and look into this further without revealing your identity?
I figure kind of her reputation around there is kind of like as a, like, generally speaking, I mean, she's kind of disgruntled about stuff. She hasn't really moved to join any of the cliques or anything. She's kind of just present there, but she's not actually involved with like any of the groups or anything like that. Like, she's the bird loner, eats lunch outside, occasionally feeds the birds from the lunch is kind of the most notable thing about her on there. Probably a bunch of rumors about her being like a robot or an alien or something. And so she's just kind of, she's going to wander around and effectively kind of just eavesdrop on things. Just kind of information gathering there. The soloist on it.
All right. So you're doing some, talking to people, trying to gather some information. Just as an interesting little side question, since you have this secret identity and you say that you're putting in time or whatever else, how do you perform at school? Do you put out your full abilities? Like, are you showing that you are a super A student, or are you hanging back just to try and purposely trying to put a few errors into your stuff to make sure that you don't look like you are the top of the school in terms of brains? Where do you try and put yourself?
I mean, it's kind of more of the, she would want it to go ahead and ace everything on it there, but like, she's basically under orders effectively of, okay, don't make waves. So a teacher or some of the administration has probably noticed that she is always very precisely 0.1 point under the GPA to meet honor roll, for example, on it there. Like, to a uncanny degree.
Okay.
Where it's clear that, yeah, she could push it, but she's not going over that. She's definitely not joining a sports team. She's not anything that would basically get visibility onto her. So yeah, she's holding way back, and that's part of why she has a bad attitude about the place.
Okay.
And that's her version of, okay, here's what a normal person is. Just an underachiever, underachieving slacker, effectively, by her standards.
All right. So you're trying to get some information, figure out things, what's going on. That sounds like an assess the situation kind of role.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what happens.
Full hit.
Nice.
All right. And let's see. Does your ability kick in that you get an extra piece of information or not? Situation, since it's of an advance.
I don't. I mean, unless it's going to be a. I mean, I think mindful of the situation is kind of more of a, it's a fight. There's a clear threat going to be happening right there. This is more of just a social thing occurring.
Okay, that's fine.
And it's
still,
kind of well in the future. But yeah, still two questions.
All right. So what kind of two questions would you like answers to?
Well, basically, and effectively, it's going to wind up being the stuff that David was looking for, though she doesn't know that's what he was asking for. It's okay, who all is going to be involved on both sides, and where are they preparing things?
All right. So, who is at the greatest danger? Sounds like one of the questions.
Mm-hmm.
So, definitely, you figure there are 4 or 5 first years that you have identified as being, if you were going to be targeting people as a bully,
Mm-hmm.
you would target these because it's your most bang for your buck. They're already, you could see them, plotting out amongst themselves of like how to get from, to the library, to get to this stairway, to get to the things like the music room.
So basically, they're
when they get into the
effectively
school,
acting
they're,
like a
hurrying to get to.
yeah. They're acting like designated victims.
Yes, they've got plans on how to, hustle and not to draw attention to themselves. They've, coming into school, trying to put on, put the hoodies up so that, people won't notice that they're there. But, they kind of stand out because, a group of 4 or 5 kids, walking through together as wearing hoodies kind of stands out.
Mm-hmm.
So you figured out which of these first years seems to be likely targets.
Mm-hmm.
And what was your other thing that you were looking for?
Basically, what sorts of preparations are being done by the people that are going to be doing the prank?
Well, from what you can figure out, the people planning this prank are probably not the best in planning. Like they're kind of like, the plan is we have masks. We're going to, appear to, send in the Trojan person to invite these kids somewhere and then jump them.
Mm. All right, so I'd say that at some point, like before, I think it's, and like as part of it, does the general consensus is that they're planning to do it on Halloween itself?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so then at some point after she's learned all this and...
Yeah, it would be either Halloween or the night before, Devil's Night. You're not quite sure which they're going to do that way.
Okay, so that'll kind of be not exactly scribbled down because she's not good at forcing herself to write messy, but it's at some point between when she finds that out and then the nondescript weird girl will kind of bump into David in the hallway there, and he'll find there's an extra sheet of paper in wherever his stuff is. And that's got all those details on it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I would communicate this to Rigger and to Eli, and I'd just share the information with them. Is there so one thing I'm wondering, the whole piercing the mask thing? Like, so if she just like kind of slipped it to me unbeknownst to me, is this a situation where like I don't realize it was that girl that gave it to me?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I can do anything to figure out that do I understand that it was that girl who gave it to me, and then like would that give me any like reason to suspect that it is Dynamics just because she's the only person who said she wasn't going to help, and I don't know her secret identity, but then some girl of roughly the same like build and height, slips me a piece of paper or something, or is it just like she slipped it on me where I didn't even realize I had it until later, so I wouldn't pin it to the random awkward girl?
Yeah. It would be more of the latter, that you wouldn't recognize where it came from. Piercing the mask is more a metaphorical thing where you were actually like, if later on you wanted to, Dynamix later becomes involved or something like that, and you might then say, well, were you involved in this? And that would be more of a piercing the mask. But also piercing the mask is more trying to talk about people's real motives what's really going
Okay.
on in their life.
Okay.
Like we often will play at being, happy when something bad is going on. And
Mhm.
piercing the mask is getting to that deeper problems beneath.
Okay, got it. So yeah, I'd share the information with Eli and Rigger, and then just ask them what they think a good plan is. A, should we notify the people who are the likely targets, or should we keep them out of it because then they might spill the beans? And I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
I pop up and I say, I think what we should do is prank them back, scare them before they can get to those sophomores, and just scare the snot out of them so they go running away from there, and hopefully scare them enough to where they take off the mask and reveal themselves, and everyone else can have a laugh, and hopefully that will calm them down on the bullying.
What are your thoughts, Eli?
Yeah, I like that idea. Like I said, I know they did this last year when I was a freshman, and plus it's probably Johnny, Michael's best friend. They are real bullies, and I think I would kind of like to maybe get a little laughter back on them. We know that it's at this staircase, right?
So it's like they were going to lure the kids from the staircase to a third or to a second location. Is that right?
Yeah, they usually try and, they know where the staircase is. They can use the staircase as kind of like the haunted house test place, so that, oh yes, going to this place, he's going to be all scared and everything else. And they have to, prove that they're really are willing to go to the staircase when it's dark and outside, and they're not afraid. It's the dare that's put to the
They're luring them
first
to the staircase.
Yes.
Okay.
The staircase becomes the scarecase.
Okay.
The staircase. Yeah. So I think we should take action against the seniors that are doing this.
Yeah, so what particular action should we if they're luring them to the staircase, then do we get to the staircase first basically, and then when they're trying to set up shop we mess them up or scare them in some way, or what specific course of action do you think is the way to go?
Well, the question
I think you're right about not informing the freshmen, only because then, like you said, they're either going to inadvertently spill the beans or they're not going to, take the bait or whatever. And we want these guys, these bullies to show up. Sorry to have cut you off.
Yeah, no problem. So I think what we should do is, since a majority of us are seniors, we should sort of ask to join in on the prank, and then convince one of that, a group of them to sort of go up there, have something set there, to prove to the freshmen that, hey, it's okay, to ease the freshmen's calm, and prank them up there so that they come running scared, but have someone down below to let the freshmen know, look, we're just pranking the seniors when it happens.
GM, can I ask a question because of what Rigger just said in character?
Sure. Yep.
He said some of us are seniors. Would this be an opportunity to pierce his mask? Since I don't know his secret identity?
All right. It's not really about, as I said, pierce the mask isn't really about the mask. It's about, trying to understand more about that person and trying to get them to, empathize with you, be, be friends with them. I mean,
Okay.
trying to find out what they really want or what they really want to do.
Okay.
And
I think though
Ju-
that I'm going
just to
at
clarify,
least.
I want to clarify something real quick. When I'm talking to them, it's basically I'm as the student at that time. So I when I'm bringing up
okay.
this information, I'm talking as the
Okay.
student that David
Rigger
has
sent in.
introduced that said, he's going to
Okay.
help us out.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm wondering, like, if we can, do something to sabotage stuff in, like, beforehand. Like, I don't know if we like could throw, like, itching powder in their masks, or glitter up the werewolves or something, so that they look kind of more ridiculous. Or I don't know. Do we just do we just pie their asses? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, what do we want to make them look ridiculous, or do we want to actually try to scare them instead? Or I don't know. It's what
I actually like the idea of making them look ridiculous instead of scaring them, because that's just a bit more humiliating.
Yeah, and as a teenager, that is kind of the scariest thing.
Yeah.
Could we add to that itching powder idea? So we put some of the like powder on the inside or something, so that like when they're not wearing the masks around school, that they're basically known as the people who pulled the prank. And then I do kind of like the glittery werewolf idea too.
Yeah, just like if it was like itching powder or something, so that basically just like when they put the masks on, it's very uncomfortable, and now the itching powder stuck to them. I don't know if the itching powder would necessarily like give them hives or something that would make them more visibly identifiable, but it's also just while wearing the masks, like it would just suck to be them.
Okay, so
I wonder if we can get some kind of adhesive as well, so it's hard to take the mask off.
Oh no, I want them to be able to take the mask off so that they're shown who they are, because I have an idea. They're probably going to be putting these costumes on in that dark upstairs area. If they do, why don't we, while they're gone, put like neon colored bikinis on top of the costume, so when they come running out itching and stuff like that, it's more of a humorous thing of a werewolf. Because, I mean, these are jock teenage boys. Having them wearing, like, bikini type stuff or very feminine type stuff would make it a bit more humorous and more embarrassing for them.
I don't know how you'd get them to put on a bikini or something like
that.
No,
what I'm saying is put it on top of the costume, so, like, when they put the costumes on to look like werewolves.
Well, they're just wearing masks and
mask?
gloves. They're not mask and gloves. They're not planning
mask and gloves. Okay, well, in that case, like bling out, put some like nail polish on the nails, mascara on around the eye areas, make it look sort of very feminish along with the glitter.
All right.
So I wonder if stuff on the sabotaging in advance with glitter, I don't know how well that would work, because they would be able to see it before they put the masks on. Yeah. I think that itching powder would be a little bit more surreptitious, and then if we wanted to glitter them after the fact, glitter bomb them after the fact, or like leave a glitter bomb up the stairwell where they'd be going to get ready, that could be cool. Also, I'm posting this in the Discord chat as part of my Captain EO outfit. I also have this mask, and I think it would be pretty hilarious to because that mask is creepy as hell. And yeah. And if they're doing it at night in the dark or something, it might be kind of funny to like dance down the stairs at them as they're coming up to get ready, and just I don't know, freak them out in that way. I don't know. There's a bunch of different ways we could attempt to go about this. It's just
Totally do Thriller.
Yeah, for anyone watching the live stream, if you're wanting to check out what he posted, there is a link to my Discord down below. You can click on that to join, and you'll see a pen and paper RPG section is where Mega just posted that.
All right, so you guys have a plan to possibly sabotage the masks in advance and then prank them. So what I'm going to do is, since we're coming up on the hour, I know you guys really like to take a break, so we'll take a break here, then we come back and we'll see how things work out.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
And you can let me know about your whatever costumes you're going to be wearing for the cost for Halloween.
Yeah, I posted mine in the pen and paper chat.
Mine's just a simple description.
All right, so when we reconvene,
I'd say let's do 7:10.
all right, sounds good. See you then.
All right.
Perfect.
See you then.
Okay, we are back. So let's go ahead and get back to it. Ro?
All right. So, you're getting ready to go out. Deho, as you're getting ready to go out, your mom is there and she's seeing you getting your costume, and she's asking you, "So, are you going out for Halloween? Going to a Halloween party?"
Um, just gonna get together, with some friends and see what's going on. I don't know if we're go to an actual party, but yeah. Um, just gonna go see see what's going on.
No, you're in your senior year. You should be meeting girls and dating. So, have fun at the party.
Yeah, don't wait up.
All right. Dynamix, where are you?
So I mean, unless someone's given her a reason to actually stay at the base, she's actually going to be kind of lurking around the school at the time on it there. Like, is there like a school like party event happening, or are they basically all just sneaking in after dark for whatever, or what what it sounds like the juniors are trying to get them to do?
There isn't an official party at the Halloween party at the school. There's no dance scheduled at the school. There are a couple of parties that if you were trying to get somebody to invite you to, you could try and reach out and get an invite to. I mean, the seniors all have, a couple of places that they know are hosting parties, both, at actual clubs and where they're planning to sneak in, or because it's Halloween, they figure that they can get past the ID. And there are a couple people that are hosting parties at their houses that are just, gathering of friends that there's talk that they'll get crashed and out of control. But
Yeah, I mean, she's never really interested in going to a party per se. She's basically just looking for an excuse to be around there. So, given that there isn't one, I guess she's just going to kind of use all the sneaky lessons and just kind of lurk around the place outside to try and keep an eye out. Her intention for this is to kind of like provide some backup support on it there without letting anyone know that she is there unless it becomes necessary in civilian mode.
Yep. All right, so you're in civilian mode, just hanging out, watching, see what's happens. Okay. So does everyone have their costumes, and are they wearing their costumes, or have they got their superhero stuff around somewhere, or what?
I'm wearing my Halloween costume for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, my character's wearing his Halloween costume with a bracelet on to be able to call his suit just in case something comes up. He sort of wears it all the time. It sort of looks like almost like a medical bracelet type thing.
Okay.
Yeah, Eli is in his costume, which is sort of like the 50s, 60s gangster. He's got the half trench coat, the gloves, the hat, and he's just kind of lulling around. I assume that maybe we had decided like a place to meet up, so I would be on my way there.
Sure, you guys can choose like a coffee shop or something to meet at that's near or a variety store that's near the school.
Say coffee shop. You trying to cause PTSD already?
Hey, call back to the favorites. All right. And Dinah, next, you have your, what's your,
Yeah, since it would
what's your,
look weird to be hanging around and not in costume there. So she's
yes.
basically going as just a zombie cheerleader with enough fake blood and prosthetics that basically it would be extremely difficult for anyone to make out her face underneath the makeup, prosthetics, fake blood, all that.
Sure. All right. Fake blood cheerleader roll. Got it. All right. So, and let's say you got, so Deho, Eli, and sorry, Rigger, what's your regular name?
Oh God, I know it's Max is the first name.
Okay, well, we'll go with Max. That just helps us out. And Max. Okay. All right. So you guys are meeting up at coffee shop in your costumes, and it's getting dark out. So where are you going? Going to the school?
I was just going to ask, did we know of the time that this was happening?
Yeah, you have an idea that it's supposed to happen somewhere around between like 8 to 9 o'clock at night at least. And they're supposed to come in through the gym door is going to be unlocked.
Okay.
So we can enter that way.
All right. And the other question was about the glitter bombs. How
since you have Rigger in your group, I'll just say that you can have like 3 or 4 glitter bombs that if you want to set up.
Okay.
So yeah, that's no problem.
Okay. And we would have made sure that they were rainbow color glitter.
Oh yeah.
That's fine. Now you said you wanted to try and do something to the masks ahead of time. You'd have to try and somehow have gotten to figure out where the people's lockers are. I don't know if you know whose lockers they'd be in.
Well, I think beforehand, Eli would have maybe suspected, like he said over the comms, Johnny. So he would have maybe checked out his locker and a few others.
Okay, associated with Johnny.
You want to kind of, yeah.
All right, so we will make that facing danger because you're trying to take something from them, which is, messing up with their gear. So
okay.
So make a check for directly engaging a threat.
Okay.
Full hit.
Nice.
So you get to pick 2. You can, 1, resist or avoid. That means they wouldn't detect you. So that would probably be one choice you should make. And take something from them that would be messing up their gear. So that would work. So that you have managed to find at least some of them, their masks, and have messed them up. You said you wanted to use some itching powder and so forth.
Correct. That was the plan.
All right. So you managed to get that done in advance. So we can say that was done so that when they go to use them, they're going to have a bad day.
All right. So I think knowing that happened, and I would have told David and Max that we all arrive at the coffee shop probably about like 7, and then we kind of just like, okay, Eli starts speaking and like, all right, David, this was your thing, but I think we should be getting going so that we can kind of set up near the stairs or whatever with these. And he's holding one of the glitter bombs that Rigger so generously provided through Max.
Yeah. What's I kind of here. Let me. One second. Just to give an idea of, because I kind of want to, so maybe freak them out with this mask. Here's like the worst. Oh no! Hold on a second. I won't let me paste this. Oh, there we go. Okay, now there we go. If you want to zoom in on that basically, yeah, I basically copy and pasted the Michael Jackson spooky mask face over the still from Captain Neo. So essentially, with that mask on, I just think it'd be hilarious to like essentially distract them by like kind of dancing down the hall at them while you guys post up and get ready to ambush them with the glitter bombs.
Okay. So you've set yourselves up. You do hear the sounds of some seniors getting into the school, getting out, going into their lockers as they're getting ready for the ambush. You have set yourselves up. Are you setting yourselves up at the top of the stairs or at the bottom of the stairs? What do you want to do?
Well,
If David is, sorry. If David is going to come dancing down the hall, we should probably come from the staircase.
Yeah, but at the bottom of the stairs going up or from the top of the stairs coming down?
Well, what I was thinking is with the glitter bombs, I could just literally, we sneak up there, place the glitter bombs, sneak back down, because if they're coming from the top down to scare the kids, we hide the glitter bombs up there, and I can have a remote to have them set up just from a distance and viewing, and just hit a button. So all we need to do is just quickly go up there, place the glitter bombs, and then go down, hide around a corner, keep an eye on things, and hit at the right time.
I like that.
Okay. Right, is that what we're all doing?
That works.
All right, so you go up to the top of the stairs and you start putting the bombs, and it feels weirdly chilly at the top of the stairs. It's like whatever temperature the rest of the building is, suddenly you start feeling this weird chill when you get to the top of the stairs.
Can we detect like where a draft is coming from or anything?
You're looking around and you don't see anything where a draft would be coming from, but you just kind of like, you feel something, just not right. And you can't quite, like place it.
Okay. While they're setting up the bombs, I'm going to go back down to the bottom of the stairs and just kind of look around to see if I can spot anybody or anything.
Okay. Give me an assess the situation.
Hit, but not by much.
Right.
Let's see. So, I mean, the standard questions there. It's not so much like I guess what here is the biggest threat, or like, can I determine, or what here? Oh yeah, what here is the biggest threat? Can I determine what's given that chili sense?
You don't have an experience with this kind of thing. It's it's like when you sometimes when you walk into a graveyard, you kind of feel it's different, but it's not. I mean, there's that weird tingle to your skin,
Mhm.
you know. And you do feel that, something is just like your heebie-jeebies are going off, that you're feeling that there's some sort of something, but you just can't like point to it.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I whisper up the stairs. I don't see anything.
you do hear though the seniors are coming this way. They seem to be really talking about how the first years are going to be acting when they come bursting out on them.
Okay. In that case, if I hear them approaching, I'll whisper, like, "Hurry up! They're up! They're on their way."
Um, Eli, you said we all kind of looked around but didn't see anything. Eli didn't see like an air vent or anything, like an AC system.
The There is a couple of vents in this stairwell, but you put your hand to them and they're not blowing any air at the moment.
Okay. Well, I would have to have taken a glove off for that. And hearing that they're coming soon, the seniors are on their way. I think I want to try, and since I have one of my gloves off already, I just curiosity hits me that what if this is like one of those sci-fi horror movies type things, and there's some kind of portal here that we can't see, and I'm gonna throw my glove at the wall in front of us that should be to the next floor.
Okay. All right. So you're trying to see if there's something there or whatever. Sounds like you're trying to
Yeah.
provoke some sort of response or whatever. So let's try a roll provoke someone.
Okay.
So
My superior. Oof.
You sure do love rolling fours, don't you?
well, mark
You know?
potential when you make that miss, mark potential. There's future
Ooh, I
game-
forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot to mark that earlier.
Now, is it anytime
know.
we do a roll, or is it just on failed rolls that we mark?
on failed rolls. So
Okay, so
your glove goes against the wall, falls down, nothing happens. But you definitely can hear that the seniors are, almost at the stairwell. So if you're going to get off the stairs, you're going to have to do it fast.
Yeah. Let's start moving into our next positions.
All right. So, Max, you're looking at your little camera feed that you've set up to watch your glitter bombs.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see a couple of the seniors are got their masks on. A couple don't, but yet they're kind of still getting all psyched up like before a game. And they're kind of just looking out, making sure that they've got the best spots to jump people from. You haven't quite gone to the top of the stairs yet.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I have the button ready. I'm gonna wait for the moment when I see them starting to move outwards from the top of the stairs area where we have the glare bombs set up, and then that's where I'm gonna hit the button.
All right. Right. So, trying to decide. Glitter bombing people. I think we'll try and infect. We'll try and say, not really. You're trying to take something. Yeah, we'll face danger. So,
Okay.
try to directly engage.
So danger.
So are we have the freshmen that are the targets of this approached at all? Are they waiting for the freshmen to approach the stairway before they pop out of it?
Yep.
Okay.
You can hear there's some other voices starting to come into the school.
Roll the danger. 7, a hit.
All right. So impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. Sounds like what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Is that okay? So as you're getting ready to hit the button to trigger it off, on the wall behind them, you start to see a face appear coming through the wall. Take a blow. Take a powerful blow. See how you react.
Conditions.
Oh, can just roll conditions.
Yeah.
7. So I got hit.
Right. Yes. How do you, on a provoke, it is choose one. You can choose to, let's see, lash or provoke a teammate, give ground, your position gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions. Are you going to mark conditions? Are you going to suddenly get freaked out and not hit the button to trigger things? Or are you going to suggest something bad to the other people on your team?
I will take 2 conditions.
Right? Which 2 conditions are you going to take?
It's spooked, so I'd say afraid.
Okay.
Let's unsure of what that face is, so I'm a bit confused. So I'd be insecure what to do next. So afraid and insecure.
All right. Yes, it's that moment when you kind of like are watching something like the horror movie and you see that person coming through the TV screen towards you. All right. So you see this face coming through the wall behind the seniors. All right. And the glitter bomb goes off. Kapoof. And the seniors are going, "What the heck?" As they're going, wondering why they're suddenly being hit by all this glitter. What are the rest of you doing? Rigger, Max seems to be now screaming about something he's seeing on the screen. You hear, some confusion from the seniors. And there are voices of some other people coming this way.
I'm basically gonna dance up to the bottom of the stairwell and try to get the attention of the seniors, just doing some like shitty but exaggerated like Michael Jackson moves to crescendo with a big crotch grab and a whoo.
All right.
Just to like kind of
tell
a
me-
fuck you guys, kind of a move.
Tell me,
All right.
because it's Halloween, you're doing the thriller zombie thing.
Well, the thing is I feel like the crotch grab is there to be like a kind of a screw you, but yeah, definitely not necessarily the whole like arms up and down, back and forth, but yeah, I'm definitely trying to make the dance moves creepy to go along with the creepy mask, and then do like the classic Michael Jackson spin, crotch grab, and then the whoo.
All right.
Like at the end.
Sounds like you're trying to directly engage a threat, so roll for that. Full hit.
Full hit.
Nice.
So you get 2 things.
Okay. So I want to the frighten the opposition to some degree, because the mask and the dancing is supposed to be like pretty creepy, even though the funny crotch grab at the end.
Okay.
And then I guess I mean, they're not trying to hit me at this point. They don't have anything that I want to take from them. Create an opportunity for my allies, I guess, in case the other two want to do something, or in case that face wants to mess them up. Since I don't really do I see the face at this point? By the way,
Yeah, you definitely see that there is some sort of ghost or ghast or white or wraith or something coming through the wall, reaching out to grab for some of these seniors.
okay. In that case, I kind of in that case I want to frighten them, but then I also want to create an opportunity for them to get away from the ghost thing, since I don't know what the hell's going on there. So I actually probably would at that point call out behind you to give them a chance to react to it.
Well, you've established that you have the power that when you dance that you can take over people. So we'll say that you definitely have them. They will dance whatever dance you want to, like the Pied Piper. They are going to, follow your creepy dance. At this point in time, those seniors are going to go with you or do the dance with you, or however you want them to be.
Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna dance them down the stairs, basically.
So
Okay,
basically,
you
what
dance
we
them out
have
early.
going on here is we have a creepy looking Michael Jackson doing Michael Jackson dance with a bunch of teenagers in werewolf costumes covered in glitter following along, going down the stairs.
Yeah.
And they have itch powder inside the costume.
Yeah. So as they're dancing, they're probably itching a bit.
And at this point, as you're dancing them down, you can see that some very scared first years seem to be coming around the corner to see this event. And they are very weirded out and freaked out. They've got seniors dancing weird things. They have a Michael Jackson dancing weirdly. There is glitter in the air. All right. And then there's a horrible spirit chilling the air as it comes slowly down the stairs. All right.
So
Yeah, I'm just gonna yell out to the team, "Ghost, get out!"
yeah, between Rigger kind of like, there's something there, and our Michael Jackson impersonator trotting down the hall past us, Eli's going to kind of step out from where we're hiding and kind of look the direction where the ghost is. Now, have we cleared like our burns and flares, or is that still holding?
You would roll to start your a fresh roll for your
Okay.
see how many flares that you have available. So if you want to
Okay.
do that,
I would love to do that.
Wait, how many what you have available? Flares?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a part of the Nova book.
Oh,
He
got
has
it. Okay.
special powers that are called his flares,
Fine.
and he
Okay.
activates
Got
his.
it.
Okay, I got an 8.
Okay. So
3 burn, and the condition. I was going to say the condition's probably going to be afraid because he's never really seen a ghost, so he's kind of like, ah.
all right. So mark afraid, and you have 3 hold for this.
Okay. So what I wanted to do is I have this flare called Overcharge, and it says I can channel the full capacity of my powers to overcome an obstacle, reshape your environment, or extend your senses. And then I can spend 2 burn to take 10 plus when I unleash my powers. So I kind of in a panic and being afraid and kind of not really thinking things through that this thing just came through a wall anyway. I want to use that overcharge and kind of reshape the walls to kind of block it. Not thinking, like I said, that this thing's just going to walk through it anyway.
Okay. So you're trying to. How is that going to? What's it look like? Because you said that with your powers, how does it look like when you are reshaping the walls? Are you slamming them together or what?
Yeah, I was going to say it's going to kind of look like one from each side all of a sudden just starts extending real quick, and I just slam my hands together like in a clap, and they slam themselves together and make that new wall.
All right. So roll to. So that's unleashing your powers.
Yeah.
So
marking down.
So that counts as a 10 plus because you're spending 2 for this.
Yeah.
All right. So you basically do this. So there's just like you just reach out and rip the walls to the side with your powers and just smash together on this poor ghost creature. All right. And you hear it scream. And it's a really horrible scream. And it just echoes in your mind. All right.
I think chills just ran down my spine in real life.
All right. Now, I'm going to ask a couple questions here because we are definitely entering into combat. So, where is it? So, start of the combat. First of all, each of you, what's your thoughts about leader? Who's the leader?
Well, I think with what's been happening, that Max is kind of going off the, orders of rigor. So really, the only other one here from the team that I know of is Deho. So I kind of think I'm taking, his lead and just kind of following him a bit.
You're following Deho, okay?
Yeah, I think he would be leader in this situation.
All right.
I think that makes
Max?
sense.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with that.
Okay, you guys are all following Max Deho's stuff as a leader here. Okay. And next question is, are you prepared for this?
For a ghost, not necessarily.
No.
I think we were prepared for the seniors, but for the ghost, no, I wouldn't
Yes.
say so.
Yeah, I agree. We were not prepared for that.
The horror. The horror. We were not prepared for the horror. All right. And so, what is your objective in this situation, Max?
My objective right now is I want to find a place away from the others because I know I was hiding around the corner. If I'm out of sight of everyone, my objective is to summon my suit and drones so that I can be actually effective in the whole entire situation.
Okay, so that's your objective. What's your objective, David?
Well, at this point, since I don't know much about ghosts, I'm assuming I don't know if ghosts are a common occurrence in this world. Yeah, I would think that I probably want to get people out of there, especially the first years that are approaching.
Get the first years and possibly the seniors out of there. Okay.
Yeah,
And-
first years get priorities. Seniors dug this hole for themselves.
All right. And how about you, Eli? What's your objective?
So my objective is going to be to try and like slow down this thing as much as possible, but I also want to get on comms and get a hold of Dynamix and Rigger and be like, guys, there's a real bad situation at the school.
All right, so you're reaching out for backup. Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you guys don't all have the same plan going on here. All right. So,
And
but
would say that, and given this probably does not sound at all what was being intended on there, I think this would get Dynamix to pop out in costume, and she's going to be trying to get the kind of like chivvy the first years away from all this.
all right. So, since this is a new session, I had added one to the team pool. So you guys had a team pool at 2 at the moment, plus 1 for the situation starting things. So you have a team pool is at 3 at the moment. Okay.
Yep.
So if you need it,
Good.
that's what's there. All right. So let's start then with Max. How are you going to try and get away without
So,
people noticing you?
is anyone in the area that can see me is my first question.
There's definitely some first years, and David is dancing some these seniors down towards around into the hallways as well. So you're gonna have to do something to try and get a little bit farther away.
Okay. Well, since I have that look of sort of being afraid, I'm gonna make my character sort of run around and a corner where people can't see me, and at that point, once I'm a distance away, sort of like outside, I'm gonna hit the bracelet to summon my
Okay.
suit and my bots to.
All right, and acting for yourself. You're trying to change things. All right, let's just have you make a freak roll. Yeah, because you're rolling for unleashing your powers.
Oh, a 5, a miss.
All right. So you haven't succeeded yet. It's definitely taking a while. You're not certain, but as you're calling your stuff together, one of the uh, first years who's also panicked rushes into the same space that you're trying to hide in.
Okay.
So if your stuff arrives, they're going to see it arrive and their exosuit arrive. So I'll leave you with that kind of thought about what's going to happen next.
Okay.
All right. David, you've got a group of seniors that are dancing to your Thriller song, following you. What are you doing? And you also have a spirit that seems to be, that was just recently smashed by Eli.
Yeah, I'm still basically I'm gonna yell at the first years to
Run for it.
just turn back, and run the way they came and get out of here. Again, I'm just yelling, "Ghost, get out!" And also, I'm gonna and then I'll go ahead and like release like the seniors from my influence or whatever, and let them and get them to go as well.
All right. So
I don't know if that would be support or defend, or if that
provoked.
needs a roll.
Yeah.
Or
How do you feel? Do you think this is more you're trying to? Well, you're not really trying to get them to fail. So you're trying to do that. So we'll say that you're trying to defend. All right.
okay,
So,
ready? There we go. Full hit.
all right. No problem then. The seniors and most of the first years are definitely taking the situation. I'll allow you to add one to the if it's keep safe. You can definitely, what would you like to do?
I'd
Add to
like
the
to
team
clear a
pool?
condition because
Clear condition?
I'd like to clear a condition because I still have hopeless left over from last week.
All right. So the fact that you're showing that you have definitely, despite the fact that, Dino Man doesn't think much of you as a hero, you know that you've gotten something done today and you're getting these people out of here. All right. Let's go back to Eli. So you smash this creature. Doesn't seem to be, you don't see it operating at the moment. What are you going to do?
Okay, so you said it let out this like howl or scream or something when the wall
Yep.
smashed it. So I'm going to just kind of like look back and make sure people are moving, and I see Max like run off and all the others. So I'm going to start just backing up, and like I said, I'm going to try to keep this thing slowed down as much as possible. So I'm still going to kind of try and keep an eye on that wall, but I'm also going to try and follow the evacuation.
Okay. So you're working on the evacuation. All right. So looks like defending someone is still going on. So sure. Take a check on defend someone.
Oh, God. I'm going to be like 5 advancements up before this is over.
All right. So So you didn't really do it, but you do as you're going along and trying to get people. You turn, and then you turn back, and then a hand just kind of reaches in through your chest.
Oh God.
Take a powerful blow.
Oh,
Oh, jeez. Not good.
Oh,
That's
if
the
we
one.
could die in this game, I am that.
Okay. Okay, we're going to figure that you probably pass out at this point. Either that or you lose control of your powers in a terrible way. Which do you want to do?
I'm gonna say, like, as it reaches through me, I just have this like sudden, almost mental breakdown of like, I know I can manipulate reality in sense, but this is like beyond that. And I think I'm just gonna lose my powers and just like turn and hightail run towards the others. Just, it's coming.
You
Okay,
know, I
so
think we need
When
to
you lose your
start.
powers in a terrible way, that means like you are the school is going to have like a detonation effect here going off. You good for that?
Yeah.
All right.
I hate it, but that's what I think. That's what I think Eli would do. It would be just like, oh shit.
So this hand reaches through you, and then you unleash your energy, and there is a huge explosion throughout the school, ripping apart classrooms, ripping apart walls, ripping apart things all around. All right, let's go to Dynamix. You're
Mhm.
outside, and you've been hearing a little bit of chatter, and then people who are kind of calling out a little bit, saying that they're going to need rigor and Dynamix, and then you see a huge like detonation go off at the school. What are you doing?
Okay. Well, she's this. So she's definitely not pleased about things on here. Actually, a little bit worried, and basically it's just going to be going full speed, like jump if need to. So there's going to be a surprisingly athletic zombie cheerleader trying to pretty much go up the outside of the building to get into where the blast happened.
Well, definitely there is a new hole in the ceiling wherever that blast occurred. Yes, you can definitely get into it. You can look down and you can see a kind of a ghostly being that has just thrust its hand right through Eli as he is now in a fit of just pure energy ripping through the surroundings of him. So what are you doing?
Well, okay, deep breath. Let's try and trust in these inherited powers, and basically he's going to just dive through the hole and try to basically just go straight through the energy field and try and tackle him out of it, and out of reach of the ghost and all that.
Okay, so you're trying to defend someone, so go for it. Roll savior.
Seven hit.
All right, so you can add to the team pool, you can take influence over someone, or you can clear a condition.
Well, let's go ahead. We'll add team to the pool, and I
Okay.
figure it also cost me on that, so I'd say she's exposed to danger at this point.
Yeah,
Yes.
so roll to take a powerful blow.
Full hit.
Oh,
10.
and you knock your friend free of the creature's influence, but you went through the creature, and it's just like you feel sections of your life just being like your heart is stopping, like you were having a heart attack for several seconds.
Mm.
So, do you pass out? Do you lose control of your powers in a terrible way? Or are you going to choose a couple options from the 7 to 9 list?
I'll go in with 2 options from the 7 to 9. So
What do you
this,
choose?
well, so 2 conditions. So, I mean, she is kind of terrified by the experience of this on here, and it's completely outside her experience. So we're going afraid and insecure, and she is basically, it's give ground. She's frozen up after this. So she can't act while she's trying to deal with the shock of whatever it was that just wrecked her.
Okay. So, back to Max. There's been a big explosion. Your exosuit is about to arrive. You have a first year in the room with you. What are you? The first year looks like they're kind of dazed at the moment from the explosion, so you may be able to get away with things if you want to try and quickly grab your costume or your exosuit.
I have a way I want to do that. So I want to use my mild manner and run up to the student and say, "Look, superheroes are already here. Rear's here. I'm gonna go talk to him. You go ahead and get out here, and then I'll be behind you."
Okay, do that.
I make sure that so I'll roll the active move.
Yep.
13.
Full
Full
hit.
hit.
No
Nice.
problem. He says, "Thank you," and he's gone.
And so that's where I actually jump in my suit and then start running back with my drones to where this ghostly thing is.
All right. So you have your drones, you have all your gear, and you're ready to confront this horror. And it is 11 o'clock. So do you want to pause it here?
That sounds like a good cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Alright.
think it's a good cliffhanger too.
All right. And then we're not gaming next week. So in 2 weeks' time, we will be back.
Yep. So with that brought up, we will be back on Friday in 2 weeks' time. But this Sunday, with the weather cooling down, I do actually plan on doing the City of Heroes gameplay. It is group gameplay, so people are welcome to join. I am playing on the Purgatory server. And we're playing Double Pet Masterminds and doing that. So that's going to be fun and nice and enjoyable. But I want to thank you guys for all in watching, and hopefully you enjoyed the show. Have a good night.
All right, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.